Did you know that a single 1971 penny hiding in your pocket change could be worth thousands of dollars today? This is not just about a copper coin. This is a story of American history minting secrets, rare errors, and the hidden treasures that could be sitting unnoticed in your jar of pennies. Stay with me as we uncover every detail about the 1971 Lincoln penny and why collectors are still hunting for these tiny copper treasures every day. The year is 1971. America stands at the crossroads of change. The Vietnam War still echoes in the hearts of millions. President Richard Nixon sits in the White House. The world watches as the US dollar faces economic challenges. Inflation rises, and the cost of living pushes every American to look closer at every cent they spend. While headlines focus on politics, war, and cultural shifts, the humble penny remains an unnoticed yet powerful witness to history. This is the story of the 1971 Lincoln penny, a coin so common yet so rich in hidden value that it captivates collectors new and old. To truly appreciate the significance of this coin, we must begin with the legacy of the Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909. To honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on regular U.S. coinage. The design of Victor David Brenner created Lincoln's profile based on a famous photograph, and the design has endured for over a century. By 1971, the Lincoln penny had already seen decades of history. But this year marks something special. The composition was still 95% copper with 5% tin and zinc. It weighed 3.11 grams and measured 19 millimeters in diameter. It might seem like an ordinary coin, but every detail from the die design to the mint location affects its value. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 1 billion pennies in 1971, while the Denver Mint added over 2 billion more. No mint mark appears on coins from Philadelphia, but the Denver issues bear the small d below the date. Collectors pay close attention to these details because they help distinguish rare varieties, errors, and misstrikes that can multiply a penny's worth many times over. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1971 penny is the double die variety. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during manufacturing, causing elements of the design to appear doubled. The 1971 double die obverse is one of the most famous Lincoln penny errors for this year. The doubling is most prominent in the word liberty, the date, and the motto "In God We Trust." Finding one of these pennies in excellent condition can bring a collector hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the coin's grade and eye appeal. Speaking of grades, let us talk about how grading affects value. Coin grading ranges from poor to perfect mint state. The higher the grade, the more the penny is worth. Uncirculated coins with original luster, no scratches, and sharp details attract top dollar. So in 1971, double die penny graded mint state 65 or higher is a true treasure. But it is not just the double die that excites collectors. There are other varieties to some coins from this year show minor die cracks, cuds, or repunched mint marks. While these might not be as dramatic as the major double die, they still hold significant interest for variety collectors. The presence of such errors illustrates how human and mechanical imperfections can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Let us not forget about proof coins. In 1971, the San Francisco Mint produced proof Lincoln cents intended for collectors. These coins have a brilliant mirror-like finish and sharper details. Compared to regular business strikes, a 1971's proof penny is common, but a cameo or deep cameo contrast can command a premium price, especially when graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. Another factor influencing value is the metal content. In 1971, pennies was still made mostly of copper. But just a few years later, in 1982, the US Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition to cut costs. Because of rising copper prices today, the melt value of a pre-1980 penny is higher than its face value. Though it is illegal to melt pennies for profit, this metal content still gives older Lincoln cents a distinct appeal. Now think about circulation. Millions of these pennies passed through the hands of Americans during the 70s. Some were stashed away in jars, some were lost, some traveled across the globe. But only a tiny fraction survive today, in pristine condition, and even fewer with rare varieties. This rarity is what drives the hunt. Coin roll hunters pour through bankrolls, hoping to discover the next valuable era. Coin collectors attend shows, auctions, and online marketplaces, searching for that one elusive penny that could make all the difference. The 1971 penny connects generations. Older collectors remember pulling them fresh from change as kids, while younger generations marvel at the idea that something so small and overlooked could hold such hidden worth. This coin is not just copper, it is a portal to the past, a piece of living history. To appreciate the full scope of the 1971 penny's journey, we must look at famous finds over the years. Collectors have unearthed beautiful examples at estate sales, flea markets, or even in Grandpa's old coin jar stories. A band of lucky individuals finding a rare double die worth thousands in their pocket change. These tales fuel the passion that keeps the hobby alive. If you wish to start your own search, here is what you should know. Study the details of the Lincoln cent. Learn how to spot doubling. Inspect coins under magnification. Pay attention to the date, the lettering, the mint mark, and the overall condition. Store your finds properly. Protect them from corrosion and damage. And when you think you have something special, get it authenticated and graded by a trusted service. The market for 1971 pennies remains strong to this day. High-grade specimens command solid prices. Era coins bring even more at auction, and collectors continued to build complete sets of Lincoln cents from 1909 to the present day. The enduring popularity of the series means demand will always exist, especially for well-preserved coins with unique characteristics. So next time you handle a penny, take a closer look, flip it over, check the date. Study the details. You might be holding a piece of hidden treasure. You might be touching a fragment of history that connects you to the millions who came before you and the millions who will come after. From the minting presses of 1971 to the collectors of today, the Lincoln penny remains a symbol of American history, resilience, and the quiet thrill of discovery.